They hid the truth in shadows, but every heart can find its light. We heard the silence and the quiet, feelings lost behind a veil of doubt. Step by step, our voices growing, breaking chains they tried to keep us bound. Every whispered lie can't hide the hope we hold. Every gentle truth will guide us through the cold. Like dawn across the darkest night, we lift our dreams into the sky. One heart, one voice will shine the light. Together rising, we will find the why. Steps of courage move the mountains. Softest words can break the mold. In each seed of truth we're planting, see the world transform before it's cold. We gather all our hopes and dreams, reach out in love and let it be. One taught across the darkest night, we lift our dreams into the sky. One heart, one voice will shine a light. Together rising, we will find our own. Hand in hand, standing through the sky. Together rising, we will find the why.
Brian is innocent. Brian has been essentially convicted in the media. He has a right to have this information withheld, brought out in public, so that people can see it's not this neat little package. So people can start to wonder if Brian's innocent. Your Honor, Brian is innocent. So if I talk about things that are in the affidavit, and if I talk about things that we're seeking that the state wants to hide, I think that's fair game for the public to hear.
Well, good afternoon, all you beautiful people out there. Happy freaking Friday to you all. I am so glad, TGIF. I'll tell you what, it's been a long week for me. So if you want to drop a hello, oh my gosh, you guys are already dropping hellos left and right. Look at this. Wow, Critic Rick, welcome back. Hey, Les, good to see you, honey. Dina, yo-yo. OG's in the house. Zen Jen, hello from Australia. Good evening, Victoria. Good to see you here. No talkie before coffee. Love it. I can't drink coffee in the afternoon. I don't know about you. Caleb, good to see you. How are you doing? Stephanie's in the house. Inked Mama. I always mess this up. Let me redo this. Inked Mawama. Is that Mawama? Oh my gosh, it's been a long week. Long week, long day. Tina, good to see you in the house. Made it just in time. Welcome in. Karen, good to see you, honey. Welcome in. Beautiful Lulu Bell. Howdy, Phoenix, and all you nesters. Good to see every single one of you. Gypsy, I hope that you are doing so well. I hope you are doing very, very well. Karen, yes. Baby B, good to see you. Holly, how are ya? All right, City Girl from Virginia, love it. So let's do this. I've got some random questions for you today. And if you want to play, drop a 1. I'll ask you a question. Drop a 1. I'll ask you a random question. You're going to love this. Because we are talking to Idaho4 today. And we are getting into 10 weird case twists. Phoenix, I'm working on. I hope so. I really do. I hope you feel better. So, who wants to play today? Are you scared? Let's see all you brave souls out there. Victoria. Okay, you're in. This is the first question for you. And these are random questions. And I usually do about 5 to 10, but I'm going to do 5 today. And this is going to be 10 random questions in the Idaho4. Victoria, you ready? Do you believe the grub truck video was important or just a distraction? Drop your comment below. Stephanie, I'm going to give you one. Don't be scared. What's the weirdest quirk in the case to you? The dog being spared, Murphy, the dresser damaged, the door, or Mayor's early comment? Which one is the weirdest quirk? I'll give you one, Holly. You're scared. Helen, here's one for you. If you could ask one question to Dylan, what would it be? That's your question, Helen. Let's see who else is up for it. Dina, okay. Let's bring you in on this. Do you think this case will ever have a clear, satisfying answer, or will it stay a mystery? That's a really good one. Believe me, I had to think about these. Let me do one more. Let's choose A, B, C, D, E. Rachel Smith, let's get you. All right. Let me see. What detail do you think the public is overlooking the most in the Idaho4 case? All right, let's see what these answers do come rolling in. Dylan, why wait so long for a call for help? Yes. Great, great, great. Les says she thinks that it's going to stay unsolved, in her humble opinion. If you got a question, go ahead and drop it below, and we'll see your answers real quick. Oh, thanks, Holly. Thank you, thank you, thank you, girl. I'm afraid to say it will stay a mystery. That was Dina's answer to the question that I asked her, if it will be satisfied, an answer, or it'll stay a mystery. I'd have to agree with you. I believe, unfortunately, it will stay a mystery. One of those unsolved mystery cases. Do you guys remember that show long ago, Unsolved Mysteries? I can't even remember the guy's name. Who was he? I can't even remember the dude's name. I used to love watching that show. Oh, John Cosgrove. Yeah. Okay. Yep, this guy. Here we go, guys. It's going to be a good story. Second, I'm going to share my screen with ya. This is going to be good. All right. Probably will become an unsolved mystery, unfortunately. I think it is going to be that way. Terrible, terrible, terrible. But you know which one I'm talking about, right? All right, let's see. Let's see if this will work. That's what we're going to see 20, 30 years from now. Dun, 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 dun. The Idaho4 unalivings, the mysterious 4 deaths of 4 college students living in an off-campus home where the home was sold, demolished, given away. Sorry, I had to shut my door. Yeah, unfortunately, that's probably what we're going to be looking at in about, I would probably say maybe 5 to 10 years. And here's another answer. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. They said, oh, I just missed the answer. What was it? A mystery from the beginning. Autopsy details. That's what Rachel's answer was. What detail do you think the public is overlooking the most? Autopsy details. That is a great answer. I would probably say DNA. I mean, that would probably be on the top of my list. What, Dina? Your sister was on an episode of Unsolved Mysteries? Oh my gosh, I am so sorry. Was it ever solved after she was on it? Was it a cold case, or did they finally solve it? I mean, you could share that below. Yeah, that's my guy too. I could hear his voice. I couldn't remember his name. So yeah, probably it will be an unsolved mystery, unfortunately. And that is just sad to say, because it doesn't have to be this way. Modern technology, Witnesses, I don't care what they were into, there's got to be witnesses. And I would have to agree, Dylan heard something. And speaking of Dylan, I know a lot of you have asked me, have you seen the interview? Yes, I watched portions of the interview. I broke down the first part of it and I'm thinking to myself, man, that is so contradictory. But let's get into the 10 weird Idaho4 case twist that will shock you. You probably already know this. For those of you that are just joining the stream, have never seen a stream before, I am covering the Idaho4 case from the beginning of releasing of court documents all the way up until Brian is factually innocent and there is a killer or killers on the loose. And when I say that, I don't say that very lightly. Okay? This is true to conviction. I am in it for the long haul. We have got to find the unalivers of these 4 college students. Whether somebody finally breaks, whether one of them listens to the podcast, one of them knows something, you can't live with this shit all your life. It will ruin your entire future. You may think everything's okay right now, but when the cops come for you, I can hear the Bad Boys song. But when they come for you, and they eventually will, because technology will catch up, they will find you. It will probably be a requirement one day that you have to give your DNA for a job. And bam, your DNA is going to hit in some freaking database and you're going to be shit out of luck, no job, behind bars, in cuffs, whatever you want to say. They're going to catch you. They will catch you. So with that being said, I am going to talk about, we're going to dive into it. I've got a banner up here. Let me put a really quick disclaimer. This is information, educational commentary. It is those purposes only. We're not here to slander, harm, defame, libel anyone. My view, my humble opinion, the chat can have their own, but I will say this. If anything is spoken about the institutions, organizations, or individual mentioned is explicitly stated, these are theories and discussions. So we feel free to practice our First Amendment of free speech within respectful parameters. Now, with that being said, we've got a lot of hidden DNA, unidentified profiles. We've got shoe prints, broken furniture, the mayor's bizarre first 24-hour statement. And when we are looking at the Idaho4, 1122 King Road had a lot of quirky things going on, a lot of odd, strange, what's that show? You guys know the one I'm talking about. Strange behavior, Stranger Things. Okay. So it's got a lot of those things going on, but I named 10 that were really weird, in my humble opinion, from my perspective. So people still question the timelines. They question the narrative. They question the evidence. Here's the first one I'm going to go with. Do you all remember? If you don't, that's okay, because I'm going to share. I'm going to show you. Always receipts, guys. Always. So if you remember the actual evidence in the case in the repository, they had a hearing about discussing regarding the roles of victims. Now remember, Kaylee never got a victim statement from the courts. Never a victim form. Okay. And that might have been because her family wanted to sue and wanted to have representation, which they did, Shannon Gray. But there was somebody else that never got a victim form. And that was Bethany Funk. And I think she never got a victim form. I know Dylan did, right? We all know Dylan is a victim. But Dylan, being a victim, was also a witness. But however, Bethany was a witness, but yet not a victim. And that was one of the first things that caught my eye was, why was she never given a victim's form? But they wanted to call her as a witness, especially for the defense. So did Bethany witness more than she ever said? Because we did have that alleged, she had some exculpatory evidence that would exonerate Brian Koberger. Maybe because of the fact he wasn't there, he wasn't connected, it wasn't him. I believe Bethany knows. I also believe Dylan knows, in my humble opinion, because legal complications can happen because of the language victim versus witness. I mean, do you think that Bethany should have been recognized as a witness? Or maybe Dylan, not a victim, but a witness? It's always boggled my mind. That was number one on my list. And if you have one that boggles your mind, drop it below in the chat. I'm watching the chat. I've got my mods here. And here is one of the things that really bothered me the most. And I'm going to share that picture with you. This bothered me so bad. I don't know if you know. I know we've got a lot of short, feisty women in here, and I can get into Spicy Phoenix mode if I needed to. But I am a fur baby lover. And I don't understand, and just mind you, how 4 people were brutally murdered. And they never once bothered Murphy. And what I mean by Murphy lives, he's alive and locked in a room. But yet somebody that caring about an animal would do this to 4 living beings? That doesn't make sense to me. Because usually there's some type of possible interpretation of this. Compassion versus strategy. Why would they even do that? Why would they lock Murphy the dog in a room? So the dog was found alive, locked in the room, hiding under Kaylee's, I think it was a desk or a vanity behind the chair against the wall. See, because typically in home invasions, pets are usually harmed, guys. They are harmed, kicked, injured, and stolen, or they let them go and run away. This saving of the dog feels intentional. It feels like they put the dog before the unalive person. And where have we seen somebody be so concerned about the dog and not Kaylee? Who does that remind me of? In my humble opinion, they would do anything for the dog, but not to help save Kaylee. That's just my humble opinion. That's all. The third weirdest thing that I found in this case is simply the affidavit relied on pings, which are not precise GPS location. That leaves huge gaps in location accuracy that jurors may have misunderstood. And I think that was really difficult to get over on those cell phone pings, because there were only 2 towers in the area, if you remember. That was a quick one on that. The other one was the DNA. Unmatched profiles. There were several unknown male DNA profiles that remain still today unexplained. Yet Koberger's DNA was emphasized all over that frickin', documentation, the filings, the court cases, the repository, the motions, left and freaking right. So wild. Now, I'll go back to the dog real quick, but I believe, Amaya, that Dylan didn't like Murphy very much based on the video footage that was left behind as kind of like a crux to the truth. I don't think Dylan really liked Murphy, but whoever spared Murphy put him in the room behind the door or outside so that the dog would not be harmed, in my humble opinion. Oh, and don't get me started on this one. The weirdest thing ever in part of this whole case that we've been shared over the last 2 years, 8 months is this one. The grub truck banter. We see hoodie guy, right? The late night grub truck home video that became so viral in people's homes, whether on your phone or your TV or whatever. Oddly, strangers in the video were turned into suspects overnight. Every single person at this grub truck, I should say almost, not every single person. Think about it. Every single person on this grub truck became a suspect. Whether they lived close to these girls, they knew these girls, they brushed up to these girls at the grub truck, their DNA was on them. Think about it. Every single person. I mean, Cole Beringberger was the very first suspect in this case because he had what? Trace DNA under Maddie's nails. Yes, folks. You know, Hayden right there, Villa, was deemed a suspect by people online because he had some knot in his head from stealing a sign. And then you got Joe Vito. Everybody said he had some type of camera, that he was watching the girls. I mean, just everybody. Then later on, you see Enan Harsh in the video with this girlfriend. I mean, guys, this whole grub truck video felt like a theater, like a play before the final crescendo, the final act, right? I mean, there is so much in this case. Yeah, she is pointing out hoodie guy, and she also says on video, F you, which could have made that guy pretty darn mad. He was said to have a temper. Absolutely. Absolutely. I think he was trying to maybe get with Maddie or something, or had a fixation with Maddie. Remember, because Jake Schreiger was his friend, and Jake Schreiger was also part of DTD, Delta Ta Delta, right? They were all part of the same frat. How do I know that? Proof. I'm going to go and give you a little tidbit. I'm in the middle of making a video, but I'm going to show you something. And people may have seen this before. Maybe you've not seen this before. But there are pictures out there on the internet of factual people associated with this case that actually, factually, have been looked into, are in the ISP reports. And I'll give you a little bit more of that. But I will show you something that just caught my eye. Let me throw up here on the screen for you. Caught my eye, and I thought, holy crap, how many other people knew that these guys were involved? Per the police, involved. Yes, involved. These are all DTD connections. So this guy right here circled is mentioned in the ISP documents. They interviewed him. He was involved, not mentioned, not a witness, involved. And this guy right here was connected to Maddie, was connected to Molly, and was connected to another guy that Mason Bang. And guess who you see here in this picture right here? Yep, that's Bethany. She was tied to DTD also. There's a lot more, guys. A lot more. So much more. This guy right here that was involved per the police. I'll show you one more picture, and that'll be in my next series. Let me just grab that picture for you. Blew my mind. Absolutely blew my mind. Let me grab it. I don't know why it's not coming up. This is what happens when I do something on the fly, and then I have to wait for it to pop up. Remember, there were 3 different frats involved here. 3 different groups of frats. What is wrong with this? Let me pull up another screen. Let's Let's see if this one works. Give me 1 second. All right. Where you go, Maddie? All right, here we go. When you look at this picture, there's something I want to point out to you. I did a little video. Maddie connected all these people together. This guy right here. Let me pull this up. This guy right here. Oh, shoot. Come on. This guy. Jesse Holcheck was mentioned as involved in the police reports. This guy has a picture up here. And I'm going to show you right from the Instagram. I don't know if you could see, but guess who's in the background in these pictures? This picture right here. Who is that little guy right here? John Jack Rogers Showalter. Right there. Bam. Same fraternity. And right below him, Mason Bang. Look at that. MB. They were all friends. And there's more. This guy right here, he's mentioned in the ISP. They go down and they interview him with the FBI based on some tip that mom called in, but his mom really didn't call in. There is so much information out there. So that was another quirky thing that I ran across. So we've got, let's review them real quick. I've got a dog was spared, Murphy. We got victim versus witnesses, the cell tower pings, the unmatched DNA, the food truck guy, hoodie guy, PCA timing errors, right? Because if you start looking at the timing errors in the probable cause affidavit, some things are inconsistent with body cam footage. I'm wondering if the times were wrong. That added more confusion to the timeline. Then we have Bethany's room with the broken dresser here. And we know that this is Bethany's room, guys. She's got shoes here that are hers. She's got her little cowboy hat that's hers. This is freaking Bethany's room. And when you look at that, reports mentioned damaged furniture and possibly a broken door, but those things were omitted. They were minimized in the PCA. Was it a robbery? Or was it a, I got to get out of town quick type of, let's pack because Thanksgiving's coming up? What do you think? That was a weird one on my top 10. And if you've got one, throw one below. And I'm going to look at this. You know, I've shared this before, but number 8 for me is the mayor's crime of passion comment. The first 24 hours of the Idaho4, the mayor commented it was a crime of passion. Did you know that? And within the first 24 hours, the coroner said it was a butcher knife. No one ever said it was a serrated K-bar. It was all a butcher knife. And yes, this is factual, folks. A crime of passion or a burglary gone wrong. Those were the two motives, and this was released on November 14, 2022. Yeah, we still don't know what the weapons are to this date. Les, you're absolutely right. That is one of the oddest things that we still don't know. So many things that we don't know in this whole crime in Idaho. We don't. And then you have number 9 would be the easiest one, hands down. Koberger's quirky classroom behavior. All the students that said that he was weird or odd, you know what's really odd about their statements about Koberger? They painted him as somebody really horrible. But maybe they just didn't understand him. Is it a crime to be on the spectrum and quirky or not understanding? I don't think so. In my humble opinion, I don't think that makes you a criminal. I mean, there were some other things that people said about him, but honestly, I mean, remember the girl that said, holy cow, he was flirting with her. Then he found out she was married and didn't want to flirt with him anymore. And he said, nope, not going to flirt with you. I'm not interested. That was wild. Yeah, we went over those documents. Remember, that was wild. This girl was married and flirting with him. And then this whole case is so freaking weird. It is weird. So when you start looking at all these quirky things or these just weird things in this case, one of them that I wrote down, and I know that you guys have probably seen this before, it is, to me, mind-boggling because we still don't have an answer to this one at all. And I know when you see it, you're going to be like, you're right. We definitely don't have an answer to this. Why don't we have an answer to this? This should be one of the easiest things they could have gave us all the truth in the documents about. I know, I understand the redaction. Totally understand that. But remember this one thing that we were told that didn't make sense when they released the documents. I'll actually show you the document. But the one thing that's never made sense to me was the latent shoe print. Has anybody gone down this rabbit hole or seen anyone talk about this latent shoe print? Drop a 1 if you've seen a video on it yet. Drop a 1 on that latent shoe print. This has always been a mystery to me. The latent shoe print was said to be outside of Dylan's door. Drop a 1 if the latent shoe print. Whose shoe was it? Because what I'm about to show you is going to blow your mind. It will blow your mind. It will make you think, who is writing these reports and why is it this way? Who designed it this way? Let me grab that video too so you'll see. Idaho4, let's go. Latent shoe print. I've seen a video 2 years ago on it. I did one a while back. It was a live. We talked about the latent shoe print. I've only seen a few videos. Let's watch this video real quick, and this will give you a little bit of a recap. Shout out to True Crime Cap.
And evidence that you have to, that it wasn't visible. It was because it was cleaned up.
Yeah, that's a big problem.
That is a huge problem for me. That it was obviously cleaned up. That's why it didn't show up in the regular testing of however you do the rate. And why was that band print only picked up in evidence that you have to, that it wasn't visible? It was because it was cleaned up.
Yeah, that's a big problem.
That is a huge problem for me. That it was obviously cleaned up. That's why it didn't show up in the regular testing of however you do the blood testing, right?
Okay, so now that you've seen a little bit of what I'm talking about, there is a report that caught my eye, and I was like, wait a minute, what? This does not make sense. It does not make sense at all. Here we go. There was, in this report, ISP 0032, there was more than one latent print, folks. Okay, so we had only heard about one. Then they release all these documents, and then now there's several. So get this. And this is why they said that there was a crime scene cleanup. A latent print collected from the exterior of south kitchen window. So when you see those body cams being blurred out, there was a latent print there. A latent print collected from the another exterior of south kitchen window right here. A latent print, another one by the sliding door, another one by the back exterior lock. Okay, it doesn't say what kind of latent print. It just says latent print. So when you look at this and you're thinking, how many latent prints did they pick up? Well, they didn't label them shoe. They didn't label them specifically, which does not make sense. And when you begin to read some other documents into this latent shoe print, where was the print inside actually found? Does anybody know? In the shoe. In the shoe print. Because I'll show you something that I was looking at yesterday. There was a shoe print casting located west of residence near the fence line. There was a shoe print outside. Remember I talked about the cadavers and they were on scene and they were there for a little while? There was a shoe print casting located west of the residence near the fence line. That does say fence line, near fence line. So when you look at the details to this case, they are not only just all over the place, but there are more and more things that begin to pop out at you when you see certain things. Now, yeah, it was supposed to be by Dylan's door, correct. But the investigators weren't very clear on where they found this shoe print inside the house either. And I'm going to show you the document really quick. Let me pull it up. Because it dawned on me something wasn't right when they were looking into this shoe print. Let me pull it. And I had to look up something real quick. Hold on a minute. What was it? 09A. Let me see if I can find it. 09A. I can't remember. One of the officers coded it. And it's weird that you can find some things, but you can't find certain documents by the search. It's so weird. It's like only some you can search, some you can't. Let me pull this up real quick because I just lost it. No. Let me go back. All right. They did take Dylan's vans, black and white colored vans. They did recover those, didn't they? Yeah, they recovered them from the spare bedroom. the black and white colored vans. And they also uncovered some Converse shoes and some other things. They did. I'm going to make something real quick. Okay, Amanda. Hey, I'm late, but I wanted to say hi. Hi, Misinformation. Good to see you here. Wicca Wicca in the house, too. So when I look up, okay, they did swab the van shoes, guys. The van shoes, oh, shoot, I thought I was sharing this actual document. Dang it. Okay. They did swab the van shoes, and it says right here that I located a pair of van shoes. I tested the soles of the shoes with the solution. They were negative. So the shoes were negative. So I don't know where there was a latent print. It was blood. Because right here it says they tested the shoes that were in the closet. Now I'm saying the shoes in the closet were tested and they were negative. They were negative. So we got that. So when I look back at the, let me see, there's one more document and I forgot to write the number down. Hold on. And I can't remember one key word that it was. Hold on one second. That's what you get when you do something on the fly. Dang it. I'm going to find that document and I'm going to give it to you because I know it's important how these. Well, anyway, let me summarize the document. I'll find the document, but I'm going to tell you what I read earlier today. In this document, they go and they test for the latent shoe print outside of the bedroom. But when you get into the report, they add into the report that basically this person was a 19-year-old victim, which we know that would be Dylan, a victim per se. She's not unalived, right? But they label her as a victim, which has always been confusing to me if she is in fact a witness. I don't know why they say she's a victim, but I digress. So anyways, they start preparing the scene and they start taking samples and they start taking things and they realize one of the officers or detectives, whoever she is, she says there wasn't as much alcohol in this room as there was on the first and second floors. And I'm blown away because I'm thinking to myself, what room are they at? And it says they were obviously investigating the latent shoe print where in fact the individual saw the suspect in the kitchen, the sliding door, right? And I'm thinking to myself, what room are they talking about? Did they get the rooms wrong? I mean, this investigation has been like so wild all over the place. And I'm thinking to myself, why would they make that mistake? Was the detective that came from somewhere else not familiar with the layout of the house? That was one of the things that caught my eye, that was the weirdest thing ever for them to say they're going to go and look at this latent print outside of a victim witness. I'm thinking to myself, which one is she? It's so weird. Now, I'm going to run over here and I'm going to show you this video real quick, which everybody's talking about. It came on Plunder True Crime last night. Let's review it. And I've got some things that I want to say something about this video because I'm going to show you this video first before we watch Dylan's interview. I can put it on double speed and we can watch it fast. But listen to what Dylan says on scene that morning. Listen to what she says.
We're in the main room.
We were in the main room. Okay? She starts off, we were in the main room. That is the main living room. Hey, bye, Caleb. We were in the main room.
In the main room. This is one of the. Pretty much they were in the main room. I heard the
Pretty much they were in the main room.
dancing and laughing.
They were dancing and laughing.
Kaylee went upstairs and she
Kaylee went upstairs.
screamed because someone was in the room.
And she screamed because someone was in the room.
Ran downstairs.
And then she ran downstairs.
Kept calling her name and she wouldn't answer.
Then I kept calling her name and she wouldn't answer.
And then I saw the guy.
And she saw the guy.
I just locked the door
And then I locked the door.
I ran downstairs to
And I ran downstairs to Bethany.
I don't know what's going on.
And I don't know what's going on. This is exactly what she tells Jack Decor. This is her first telling of the story ever before she goes and she talks to the officer. I'll play it back. You can listen to the whole thing. I'll be quiet.
We were in the main room.
This is one of the.
Pretty much they were in the main room. I heard the dancing and laughing. Kaylee went upstairs and she screamed because someone was in the room. She ran downstairs. And I kept calling her name and she wouldn't answer. And then I saw the guy. I just locked the door and I ran downstairs to we don't know what's going on.
Can you come here with me, please?
That's exactly what she said. I'll play it one more time.
We were in the main room.
This is one of the.
It's a.
We were in the main room.
This is one of the.
Pretty much they were in the main room. I heard the dancing and laughing. Kaylee went upstairs and she screamed because someone was in the room. She ran downstairs. And I kept calling her name and she wouldn't answer. And then I saw the guy. I just locked the door and I ran downstairs to we don't know what's going on.
I believe they were all in the main room. I think Bethany had her chips and she was sitting on the couch. I think somebody had just taken their shoes off. There were one pair of Doc Martens. Both shoes were there. Somebody's sweatshirt was on the couch with the purse. And I'm thinking somebody was already upstairs when they were all inside on the main floor. Okay, now I'm going to jump over to the actual interview that was just released last night and listen to how this story. Remember, this is Lawrence Mowry. Listen to how this story goes.
Any social media posts?
No.
Okay. And what's a good address for it?
Like,
Just make somewhere. Where are you living right now? Are you here at the university? What house is that?
what do you mean?
Is that an apartment or a sorority?
It's a house.
Okay. I don't know the sorority, so I
Oh,
apologize.
yeah.
I don't even know if there's any what's there.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me what you know.
Okay, so there was a Summit High party, obviously, yes, we were drinking. I left to go to my friend's house.
When was that party?
I think I went there around like 10:30ish
Last night or this morning?
last night. And then I went to and then me and my friend and then Beth, right? And then we just all went to bed. It was the house we went to for a little bit, and then it was just me, like, who came home, and then later.
Okay.
She's a girl.
Okay. And are they all in the same place?
She has.
Okay.
Roommates.
Got it. Okay. So you guys were there, you came home early,
Yeah.
and then eventually She went to her place. Where does she live?
She lives like down the street. I don't know exactly where
Okay.
it is. And then Maddie and Kaylee came home from the club. And then we all went to bed.
What time do you think you got home?
I think I got home around 12:30 to 1.
Okay.
In between there.
And then what time do you think you came home?
Like 10-20 minutes after I did.
Okay. And then Maddie and who else came from the club?
Kaylee, I think they came home like 1:32-ish.
Okay. And at that point, nothing.
Nothing weird at all.
Okay.
Then everyone's asleep. At 4 a.m., I like look at my phone and I can hear Kaylee and Murphy like dancing. Cause I can tell it's her voice and that's Murphy because he's barking. And then I hear her go upstairs because you can hear like everything. And I heard her say, "There's someone here," and I thought she ran downstairs. And then I jumped up and locked my door because I didn't know what else to do.
So Kaylee and Murphy's her.
Murphy, so Kaylee and is Kaylee's ex-boyfriend. They share the dog pretty much.
And Murphy's the dog?
Yeah.
Okay. What is Kaylee's last name?
Goncalves.
Oh boy, spell that for me.
Gonclaves.
And is she here today?
No.
Was she one of the ones that was hurt?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, where?
Did there's no timestamp on this. Who confirmed with her that Kaylee was hurt? Was that at the crime scene? Did the officers or was the vandal alert already out? Because I don't know what time they pulled them into this interview. There is no timestamp on this. Does somebody know? Yeah, she can't even pronounce her name. Neither can I. The last name is it. They say it. They pronounce it something different with the C. It's so weird.
Is Kaylee's room compared to yours?
Like right above my
sheets. What are you on the first second?
So did you hear that? She says Kaylee's room is right above mine. What in the hell? Listen.
Okay. Okay, where is Kaylee's room compared to yours?
Like right above my sheets.
Did you hear that? Where is Kaylee's room compared to yours? And says right above mine. Right above hers would absolutely be Maddie's room. Right above Dylan's room would be Maddie's room.
What are you on the first second?
Second.
And she's on third?
Yeah.
Okay. You said that Kaylee and share Murphy?
Yeah. This.
And is James current?
Yeah. He's ex right now.
Okay. Any problems between Kaylee?
No. Okay. They're really good like friends still.
You still play with the dog and stuff like that?
Every now and then, yeah.
Okay. So, you hear Kaylee upstairs, she's dancing, playing with the dog, normal kind of thing, probably.
Yeah.
And then she says, "There's someone here."
Yeah, when she goes, I can hear her go upstairs, and then I think she's in her room, and she says that someone's here, and I can tell she's scared, and she runs downstairs.
Where do you think she ran?
I don't know if she made it past the stairs,
okay,
or if it was in the living room.
Okay. But you heard her on the stairs.
Yeah, I heard her running like super fast down the stairs.
Okay.
And then I didn't open the door. I just called her name, and then I called Xana, Kaylee, and Logan on my phone.
She called Kaylee's name while she was behind the door. I'm so confused.
And then
What were those other names? Xana?
Xana, Maddie, we call Mogan is Maddie, and Kaylee.
Okay. So what's do you know what Xana's last name is?
Kernodle. Kernoodle, I believe.
Okay. And what about Maddie?
Mogan, Mogen.
And Kaylee
Goncalves.
is Goncalves. That's the same one. Okay.
Yeah.
Were these three friends?
Yeah, we're all roommates.
Okay. Who was sharing the room with Kaylee?
Kaylee and Mogan are both upstairs. They don't share rooms.
They have their own rooms?
Yeah, we all have our own rooms.
Okay. So these two are up on the third?
Yeah.
Where's Xana?
It's my floor.
Your floor?
She's closest to the bathroom on my floor.
The bathroom. Okay. So Jen and Kaylee aren't an issue.
No, they're not at all.
What about for Xana or Maddie? Are there any guys that are an issue? Any girls that are an issue?
No, Maddie has a boyfriend in Boise, super nice.
Okay.
Xana is dating Ethan, who was in the room with her. They're really nice too.
Now, Jake Schreiger used to go to the University of Idaho in Moscow. Okay. How do I know that? Because I found the profile where they posted Delta Ta Delta posted, and he is actually in a picture with several of the other students that graduated and went back to their hometowns. And I'll share that in my video also.
Okay. I apologize. I don't know anybody's name or anything like that. So was Ethan, Xana, Maddie, and Kaylee all upstairs still? Are those the ones that got hurt?
Those are the ones that got hurt.
Okay.
And then the other girl.
Kaylee's room was the largest room to the right side of the house, right above the kitchen. Dylan's room was right below Maddie's room.
Oh, that's here. She's on the first floor.
Okay. And was she the one in the yellow hoodie?
Yeah.
Okay. So she's over there. So anybody that would want to hurt Ethan or that's jealous of Ethan?
No.
Nothing like that?
No, I've never heard anything.
Any cars that were in the area that you can think of that wouldn't have been wrong?
No, I wasn't really looking at that.
Okay. And you didn't see anybody come downstairs. Did you hear anything
No,
else?
I don't even know how they got in. We're usually pretty good about locking doors, and we've never had problems before. Like, it was just really random.
Okay. So you're getting home around 12:31.
Yeah.
You've got Maddie that comes home.
Did you guys catch what she just said? I don't know how they got in. They, as in more than one.
Never had problems before. Like, it was just really random.
Okay. So you're getting home around 12:31.
Yeah.
You've got Maddie that comes home just shortly after.
Yeah.
Maddie comes home shortly after that. And then from that point, from about 2 to 4, did you fall asleep?
Yes, I fell asleep.
Okay.
And Kaylee also came home with Maddie at the same time from the club.
They all came home at the same time while she went to sleep.
So between that time, obviously, you're not hearing anything. You had something to drink, so obviously you're going to sleep a little bit deeper, right?
Yeah.
Why is he putting words in her mouth? You had something to drink, so you're going to sleep a little deeper. What is that? What is up with that, Maui?
Okay. And then you hear her. She says what she says. You hear her hitting the stairs. You open the door, cry out to her.
Yes.
And then you close the door because you're scared.
Yes.
Right? What happens at that point?
I opened the door again, and I heard what I thought was Kaylee crying in the bathroom, and I heard this man's voice say, "It's okay, I'm gonna help you," but it wasn't like in a nice way. Like, it was just weird, and it was a voice I've never heard before.
Okay.
And then I called out to her, and there was no crying after that. I don't really know what happened after that.
So when you opened the door, you thought you heard Kaylee crying in the bathroom?
Yeah,
Okay.
but it could have been Dana, but I thought it was Kaylee at the time.
Okay. if these questions are really helping because I'm just right to the top of them. And you can't, you said you don't recognize the voice.
I don't know if those questions are help. What?
I don't know if these questions are really helping because I'm just right to the top of them. And you can't, you said you don't recognize the voice.
No. And then I open the door again, and the guy is right there. And he's maybe my height, a few inches taller, not like skinny, athletic built. He has all black. He's wearing some masks that covers just his forehead and here, and it goes like around. He was white. He saw me and I saw him, and he just left. And he was holding, it looked like it was this, and this was black. And I didn't think that it was a gun, but now I'm thinking that it probably was. But I was just in and out of it. So I was so tired.
You say this.
Like it was cylinder like this, and then it went straight out and then in. So I don't. Maybe.
Almost like a arrow, or?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
It was weird. I couldn't really. I called it like a mini vacuum. I don't really know what it was.
Okay. You say you're about your height. How tall are you?
I'm 5'10", so he's probably around 6 foot.
So he's gonna be average height.
Yeah.
Any of the girls at all in the house get any kind of freak weirdness going on the last couple of weeks that they talked about?
It's been all normal. Nothing weird at all.
No weird calls, no texts?
No, I mean, nothing really weird happens in Moscow usually.
Right? Okay, so, and I apologize, I keep backing up just a little bit, just to, because everyone's gonna be jumbled up with you, and I totally get that.
Yeah.
So you hear her dancing,
Mm-hmm.
you hear her say somebody's here, she goes, it sounds like she goes to the stairs. You open the door, call to her, close the door, and then you go to open the door because you and hear her crying.
Yeah.
Or at least somebody, might not have been her. And then, did you close the door and then reopen it before you saw him?
Yeah, I closed it before I opened it, so.
From the time that you heard her say there's somebody here to the time that you saw him, how much time do you think?
I don't know, I think it was like around 10, 20 minutes.
Okay.
I mean, I was
Not
really
long.
out of it. Everything was kind of blurry. Like I don't fully remember it, I would say.
Okay. So help me figure out where, like I said, I haven't been into the building. Where would if this is a basic layout of it, where would your apartment be?
Okay, so
Or your room, I should say.
I guess like say the door is right here.
This is the apartment or that hall?
It's like a house.
Okay.
It's a whole house. Then there's stairs that go up diagonally like this.
Okay.
Living room.
Uh-huh.
You're looking at the living room. To the right is the bathroom and Xana's room. Right in front of you is my room and the stairs.
On the second floor, right?
Yes.
So you've got the stairs that are here on the
Yes.
second floor. You've got the bathroom here.
Bathroom and Xana's room around here.
Okay.
My rooms that are like right in front of it.
Okay.
And there's a kitchen.
So this is the kitchen.
Then there's stairs that go up to the second floor.
Okay. So that's up.
And then Katie's room is on, going up the stairs. Katie's room is on the left.
Up top, right?
Yes, up top. And Maddie's room is on the right. And there's also a bathroom next to Maddie's room.
So your door faces the stairs going down to the bottom?
It faces more, like you can see them when you look up, but it's not totally facing. It's more like facing like this.
Okay. So your door's more over on the side?
Yeah, and then I can see like the window.
So she's in the kitchen? The closet? The little closet?
Door that slides open back there.
So if you opened your door, where was he at?
In between my door and the kitchen.
Okay.
I think. And I saw him go out the door, I believe.
Out the kitchen door?
Yeah, and I just remember saying like, no, and I shut the door and locked it as fast as I could.
Okay. So is there a deck out back?
It's like just cement and there's like no fence, so I guess anyone could come in on there.
So is the bottom floor kind of like a daylight basement? So you can come in that floor and then you can get out the back up one?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Now, I don't think he's even been out to the scene, right? He doesn't even know what the crime scene looks like. He doesn't know the layout of the house. Is that what I understand? Because he's asking questions like he doesn't know. He just said it's kind of like a basement. You go back up and out. And I mean, that doesn't make sense at all.
So 5'10", all black. Could you see what color his eyebrow?
5'10", all black. Didn't she just say more than 5'10", taller?
Were or anything like that?
No, I don't remember what his eyes look like either.
Okay. He didn't say anything to you?
I mean, I saw his eyes and he saw me, but he didn't walk towards me and didn't see anything.
Okay.
Which I found really weird.
But didn't recognize eyes. Definitely a white guy?
Yeah, definitely a white guy.
Okay. Any smells, anything like that that would be weird?
Mm-mm.
After he left, what happened?
I called me and it was like I heard a sound like a firework and I didn't.
Okay, wait a minute. She calls Bethany. I think I just heard that correct. Is that right? She calls Bethany. She created a new contact at 3:51, and then it says BF calls DM. It didn't, and this is the court documents. This is taken right out of the court documents. So, DM doesn't call Bethany until 4:20, but BF has already called DM. So, which one was it? This is like really weird. This whole statement is really weird. Let me go back just a few seconds, and we'll finish watching this one.
Any smells, anything like that that would be weird?
Mm-mm.
After he left, what happened?
I called me and it was like I heard a sound like a firework and I didn't like put two and two together. And so
So she heard. Oh, I'm so confused. I have to go back. Hold on.
Any smells, anything like that that would be weird?
Mm-mm.
After he left, what happened?
I called me and it was like I heard a sound like a firework and I didn't like.
Okay, so Bethany said she heard like a firework.
Put two and two together. And so I told her like I called everyone, they're not answering. And I'm in and out of it. I don't think anything of it. I just think everyone's asleep. And I go to her room, we lock the door, and just go to bed.
Okay.
And then this morning, it's like 11 or 12, and we're calling everyone, and no one's waking up. And we have like a really bad feeling. So I called.
No one's waking up. No one's waking up. Well, of course they're not waking up. Why would nobody wake up? Why would she say nobody's waking up? She already knew they weren't going to wake up. She already knew.
It's like 11 or 12, and we're calling everyone, and no one's waking up. And we have like a really bad feeling. So I called Daniel's room, and he said, you need to call the cops right now.
Okay.
He wouldn't let us see what happened because he didn't want us to see.
Totally.
Yeah.
Your house, co-ed?
Just girls.
Okay. And, right?
So Xana is on the same floor as me. First floor. Mogan and Keely are the third floor.
Okay. That's what I'm messing up. Okay. Didn't hear a car start up? Nothing like that after the fact?
No.
And then no one, has anybody seen anything on any social media posts?
No.
Anybody talking about anything?
No.
Okay. Okay. At the 6th party, anything weird, strange, not normal? Anybody get angry with anybody? Anybody?
No, it was just normal. Like everyone seemed fine. Xana and Ethan were with me. And it was totally normal.
Okay.
Like there was nothing weird or out of place or suspicious.
Nobody hooked up that might have a boyfriend that wouldn't be pissed off at him or something?
No.
right. Anything else you can think of that I should know?
All that I really know was me saying that there was like a lot of boom, but I didn't hear it,
Okay.
and I don't really know how I did it because I was on that floor.
Because you were just right below it, right?
Below me, and Xana,
She said a loud boom.
there was like a lot of boom, but I didn't hear it,
Okay.
and I don't really know how I did it because I was on that floor.
Because you were just right below it, right?
Below me, and Xana and me on the same floor. So like Xana and me the same floor. And
Oh, I
then
get you.
down here, and
So Xana's in between the bathroom and the kitchen?
yes, pretty much. There's like a wall, and there's kitchen, Xana's room, bathroom.
Okay. Anybody else on your floor?
No.
In the down?
Did you hear that? Anyone else on your floor? And she says no. What is going on? Did she even live there?
Below me, and Xana and me on the same floor. So like Xana and me the same floor. And
Oh, I
then
get you.
down here, and
So Xana's in between the bathroom and the kitchen?
yes, pretty much. There's like a wall, and there's kitchen, Xana's room, bathroom.
Okay. Anybody else on your floor?
No.
In the down?
Did Xana... wait a minute here. Did Xana and Dylan switch rooms? Did they switch rooms when Kaylee went up to the third floor? Remember, because Kaylee used to live in Xana's room. When Xana moved in, did they swap rooms? Yeah, they're supposed to live on the same floor, but I'm wondering how she just described everything. Hold on a second.
So Xana's in between the bathroom and the kitchen?
Yes, pretty much. There's like a wall, and there's kitchen, Xana's room, bathroom.
Okay. Anybody else on your floor?
No.
In the downstairs on the first,
Yes.
and then up on the third was, I just know that.
Kaylee and Maddie.
Kaylee and Maddie, those are both on the third.
Yeah.
Similar layout where one bedroom over the other.
Yeah, so Kaylee's room was here, bathroom in the corner, and then Logan's room.
Okay. So Morgan would be over Xana's room?
Yes.
Ish?
I would think so.
Okay.
And I guess Kay would be above my room, I'm thinking.
Oh, she's a freaking liar and knows it. He just caught her lying.
Is on your floor, but she was upstairs with Kaylee and Logan.
No, she was in her room.
She was in her room?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Ethan was in
Her room?
Xana's room as well.
Okay. So two of them there, then two of them on third.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Okay. I will give you this.
He just asked her twice to confirm. He caught her. He caught her.
Just in case you think of anything else, which
Okay.
is totally normal.
Okay.
To
Look at his demeanor. He caught her. He knows.
just have things fly in.
Look at his body language. She just lost all that credibility with him. I mean, watch, guys. Look at how his thought process is caught up to her lie.
In her room.
She was in her room.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Ethan was in
Her room.
Xana's room as well.
Okay. So two of them there, then two of them on third.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Okay. I will give you this just in case you think of anything else, which
Okay.
is totally normal.
Okay.
To just have things fly in from out of nowhere. You'll
Yeah.
see a box of French fries and think of something.
Yeah.
Who knows? What
Box of French fries? What does that have to do with the tea in China? What the hell?
will trigger it.
Okay.
Obviously, you guys have some resources on campus, like the CTC, right?
Yeah.
take totally full advantage of that.
Okay.
All right. This is not a normal thing. This is not something that you can just power through usually on your own.
Yeah.
So definitely take the help. If you have any questions, you can reach out to us, obviously. I don't know who's going to be the actual lead investigator, but obviously if you call and say, my name is so-and-so, I talked to, Detective Maury, and they'll patch you through whoever we need to.
Okay.
Anything else?
No.
Okay. I thank you for your time.
Yeah.
Take care of yourself.
Okay.
Okay. If you do get any weird text messages, calls, you think that somebody is behind you, following you, just do whatever you need to do to make yourself safe.
Okay.
Okay. Don't think that you're going crazy. Don't do anything like that. There's no reason to take chances.
Okay.
Okay.
Hello, hello. I was frozen. Sorry, y'all. Am I back? Can you hear me? Drop a 1 if you can hear me. Drop a 1. drop a 2. Okay, good. Thanks, Wicca Wicca. So I'm going to get back to this because we thought the interview was over and he calls her back in. So watch what happens.
So I think that somebody might have said something that you said. I think it maybe you. Maybe it was. Did you have, or in the recent history, have anybody that you thought might have been stalking you, or that was just acting weird?
No, but I mean, talking. Remember about a month ago, I think that one of the police officers that Kaylee was outside taking Murphy out, and she saw a shadow.
Yep. Okay.
And then when Kaylee was at Winco, Xander was in the car. She noticed this guy was following her. She got what she was going. Put it in the car, and she could see in her mirror that the guy was behind her in the car.
Okay.
So obviously he was trying to follow her. And then that was about 2 or 3 weeks ago. And then about a week ago, our door is broken, but me, Maddie, and Ben came home and the door's wide open. And obviously, yes, the door is broken, but that could also be something else as well.
Wait, the door is broken? Did I just hear that right? The door is broken.
So then about a week ago, our door is broken, but me, Maddie, and Ben came home and the door's wide open. And obviously, yes, the door is broken, but that could also be something else as well.
With the front door?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you ever find the back slider open or anything? Is that usually locked? What's the condition?
I mean, we're pretty good at locking it.
Okay.
I don't think we locked it last night.
And it sounds like the code's fairly well known to the front door by people.
I mean, only people that know us, random people would not know, but
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Because Hunt said he knew it.
Yeah, he does.
Obviously knew it because it sounded like she was going to move in with you guys,
Yeah.
possibly. Doesn't sound like he knew it.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Did Kaylee ever say anything or report that weirdness to anybody else other than you guys?
No, because I mean, can't. There's I can't really do anything about it, and people are just weird sometimes. We didn't obviously we were scared for a little bit. We didn't think much about it after that because there's nothing really weird after that.
Did she see what kind of car it was that he was driving? Something like that?
Mm-mm.
Where did Kaylee work?
She worked at home for a business, I believe. I can't remember what exactly it is.
So she was she works from her apartment? From her room? Okay. What about Maddie and Zana? Where did they work?
Maddie and Xana both worked at Mad Creek, and then Maddie also had a paid internship through this business as well. That was online at home.
Did she say paid partnership? Hold on a minute.
What about Maddie and Zana? Where did they work?
Maddie and Xana both worked at Mad Creek, and then Maddie also had a paid internship through this business as well.
Oh, a paid internship. Got it.
Who would know what that business is? How would I be able to figure that out?
You might know.
Okay.
I can't remember what it's called. There's because they were business majors, and through their majors, they were able to get these jobs.
Okay.
They were I thought they were marketing majors.
Okay. Yeah, I just told me about Kaylee talking about something like that.
Yeah.
And then I heard that it was possibly you. So I just wanted to make sure that I got the right person having those kind of things. Did you hear Murphy barking or doing anything?
Yes, he was barking a lot.
Throughout the night or?
And I heard.
She heard Murphy barking, but never went to go check on him.
I go upstairs, he's barking a lot, and then I could tell that he was outside. I don't know how the police found him because he wasn't in the house.
Okay.
But he has a puppy, he barks, but he was barking a lot.
He was outside, but the police found him.
Did you hear Murphy barking or doing anything?
Yes, he was barking a lot.
Throughout the night, or?
When I heard Kaylee go upstairs, he's barking a lot, and then I could tell that he was outside. I don't know how the police found him because he wasn't in the house.
Okay.
But he has a puppy, he barks, but he was barking a lot if there was someone there.
And that was at 1:32, or was that around
Like
4?
And the thing happened.
And when he was barking, when you first heard him on barking after she was up there playing, did you hear him go outside, or did he start outside?
Murphy was with Kaylee when they were like dancing. They walked upstairs. He was still with her. And then when she would yell, someone's here, he started barking in the house. And then I believe the slider door was open, and I think he went out that way because I could tell like the sound of his barking was getting like more distant.
Do you think that Murphy would have went after him, whoever he was?
Maybe, but I mean, he's a puppy. He doesn't fully know that yet.
No, he would just be, if anything, probably playing with him.
Yeah, I don't know.
When the guy in black left, did he close the slider or did he leave it open?
I don't know. I just ran downstairs.
Perfect. Okay. Okay, anything else?
Not that
Popped
I
up.
can think of.
All right, I'm gonna go talk to my guys who've done the other interviews
Okay.
and see if anybody's got questions, so that we can kind of start putting more pieces together.
Folks, that was probably one of the weirdest interviews, questionnaires that I've ever seen. Not only did she contradict herself about the room situation, but also the simple fact that she wasn't really sure about Murphy's barks. Now, mind you, they probably only lived together a few months, but I think Kaylee did have Murphy for quite some time. So when I said that this was going to be 10 weird Idaho4 case twist that will shock you, this interview with Dylan just shocked the hell out of me because it was like back and forth, a bad tennis match. When the detective caught her and he realized, did you see his body's reaction to where he just caught her trip up? And then he went back and brought in another piece of paper, probably from someone who just had an interview with perhaps Bethany, right? Because we know that Blaker's interviewing Bethany. Maury doesn't interview Bethany. So they're probably being interviewed at the same time. And what they do typically, they'll swap sheets, they'll swap questions to see if they're both answering the questions correctly. And in my humble opinion, yes, he's just a puppy. He doesn't know how to bark at bad people. Yeah, right? Holly, that's exactly what I was thinking. How do we know that he didn't just leave with somebody that he knew and was with someone that maybe he knew? Because I will say this, 11 on my list that is not in my diagram, 10 weird Idaho4 facts, is that over at Jack D's apartment house on King Road, they call them apartments. They're all split up. They all share one common area, or the kitchen and the living room, and then they all have different rooms. They tend to call them apartments. Because we do know factually in the ISP documents, there was possible blood and possible bullet residue over at Adam and JD's apartment, where they all live with 4 other males from the frat. So which is it? What is really going on in Were they factually pew-pewed? Were they shot? And possibly bad? I mean, were they stabbed? Was it both? Now, I want to say this with a grain of salt. Someone had mentioned this to me the other day. They said that Kaylee was pretty much unidentifiable. Did someone perhaps shoot Kaylee in the face and they removed the bullets? They removed the evidence? Could be possible. Could be very possible. I'll talk about that in my next stream with the individuals that finally have been identified by ISP documents and who they factually are. And I'll have more about that. Remember, on the autopsy report, it does say deep gouges. Deep gouges. Did they remove evidence? Y'all, enjoy your families. Get outdoors. I'll see you back here Sunday at 1 o'clock. Sunday at 1 o'clock. Be well.
Listen up, the ashes stir, phoenix wings unfurl, seeking truth beneath the blur. Turnings for the lax to meet the blur. Out the flames I rise, wings scorched but unbroken. Truth the blaze I wield, every rhyme's a token. In the nest we move, hearts stumping unison. Searching for the light where the system cuts our wisdom. Built on lies and steel, they boxed us in cages. Now we break the locks, rewrite history's pages. Innocent until proven guilty, that's the oath we recite. Under this constitution we ignite the night. We rise like a phoenix in sync, we claim the street. Nest seekers united, our freedom can't be beat. Stand up when one falls, yeah we got your back. In a free land unbroken, we launch the righteous attack. Justice for the voiceless, break the chains of deceit. Innocent till proven guilty, our victory is complete. System cracked at the seams, built for just a few. We rip apart the scheme, bring the truth into view. Movement swells like thunder, souls fueled by conviction. Phoenix souls aligned, demanding our new vision. Marching on the courthouse, banners paint the sky. Echoes of freedom roar, watch the old guard comply. No more hidden verdicts, no more secrets sold. Every voice is a weapon, every story be told. Innocent till proven guilty, that's our final decree. Under this constitution we stand forever free. Phoenix in the dawn, truth ignites the sky. Together we stand tall, no more asking why.